Hello everyone. So today we will work with the console and then we will see what are variables. Okay. So let's begin. Firstly, let's see what is console. Now you can open the console in any browser. Okay. Here I am using Chrome, and so I will show you two ways in which you can open your console. Okay. Just go to your browser. Like I have opened Google Chrome here, and then right click and inspect. Now here you can go to the console tab. This is the console that is required. Now another way to open it is in Chrome. Here you can see these three dots. Click on it. Then go to more tools and then developer tools. Now here you can see the console. Okay. So we use this console mainly to correct errors or test our code. So let's see some of the things that we can do in the console. We can use the console like a calculator. Okay, like you can do 2 plus 4. Okay, 6. 6 minus 5, 1. Okay, you can perform any arithmetic operation like 7 into 8, 56. Okay, now like in every language, we print something to the output. Now here, as you know that JavaScript was firstly used in the browser. Okay, so we have to first see that how do we use it in browser. Okay, so here is a code. If you want to print something on the console, you can use console dot log. Okay, and then if you want to print a string, okay, string means any word or sentence. Like here I will type my name, console.log Abhinav. Okay, you have to use quotes, okay, double quotes to input string. Now here you can see Abhinav is printed. Okay, you can use it like calculator also, like you saw above. We can use it with console.log. Okay, console.log. Let's see, 2 plus 4. Okay, here you get the answer 6. Okay, let's see one more example. Console.log. Let's type Abhinav. Okay, and plus Basu. Okay, now what do you think? What will happen? Let's see. It printed Abhinav Basu. It concatenated both the strings. It joined both of them using the plus symbol. Okay, here. So if you use the plus symbol on strings, it will you can say combine them. Uh, Now let's move forward. Actually, we don't write all the JavaScript code on the console. Okay, it is only used for testing or finding errors, etc. Okay, now how do we write code on our PC? Okay, so we would install something known as VS Code. Okay, just type VS Code and hit enter. It is actually a code editor, or you can tell that it is just a text editor. People call it ID, but it is not an ID. Okay, so here you can click on this link and then download for Windows. Okay, it is super simple to install this. Just click on this and follow the steps. So let's now move forward. Now, if you have installed VS Code and open it, it would look something like this. Okay, maybe the theme is different. To make your VS Code look like mine, you can do the things that I am mentioning here. Okay, you have to download some extensions. Here, go to the left side. Okay, here you can see different options like Explorer, Search. Okay, here just click go to extensions. Okay, and some of the extensions that you have to install are live server. Okay, live server. You would need internet connection to download all this. Okay, just click here on this. Look for the symbol, and now here instead of disable, install button will be there. Just click on it and it will install. This is the first one. Now two other extensions that you would like to install are prettier. Okay. uh, look out for this symbol, and click on install. Okay, this is a code formatter. Actually this will help you to indent your code. Now it will make your code structured. Now the last one you can install is Monokai Pro. Actually every time you open VS Code it will prompt like buy the pro version, etc., but you won't need to buy it. Just click on cancel. So you have to install these three. Now let's move forward, and now let's create a JavaScript file. How do we do it? Firstly go here to the Explorer. Okay, then here in the Explorer you can see that can click on the file and then open folder. Okay, here in this new volume D. Okay, and then you can right click and create a new folder. In this let's name it something like JavaScript Abhinav. Okay, so now we have named the folder, and let's select this folder. Now you can see that our folder is here. Now before you cannot use a JavaScript file without HTML file. Okay, so HTML is so simple. If you don't know, just follow along. You wouldn't need to know much. And if you have any doubt, just mention it in the comments. Otherwise, you can follow along. You won't have any problem. To create a new file in the folder, here you can click on new file and then write index.html. Firstly, we are creating an HTML file. Okay, so here uh, just enter exclamation mark and hit enter. This is a functionality provided by Emmet that is inbuilt in VS Code, so it will give you a structure of HTML file. Now here you just have to mention the title. Here instead of document, I am writing learning. Okay, and here in body I would give a heading. This h1 tag is used to give heading. You can select other tags like h2, h3 up to h6. H1 is the biggest. Here I will write my learning. Okay, and let's hit save. Okay, now let's create our JavaScript file. Okay, new file again, and I would write abhinav dot js. Js is JavaScript extension. Okay, here firstly that the JavaScript file works with the index.html, you have to link it. Okay, so how would you link it? Go to the HTML file and just before the body ends, right? Script. Okay, and if you are using VS Code, here you can see script src. Just hit enter. In this src source, you have to give the name of your JavaScript file, abhinav.js. That's it. Hit save, and now your JavaScript file is linked with the HTML file. Now let's see the thing that we saw on console. Let's see uh, here. Let me open. Okay, here let's type console.log. Uh, let's write my name Abhinav. Okay, save it. And now to start this, we had installed a live server. Okay, right. Here on the bottom right, you can see there is a go live button. Okay, this is with the help of live server. Okay, now go to the HTML file and click on go live. I repeat, you have to go to the HTML file and then hit go live. Here you can see it is mentioned learning on the title, and here the heading my learnings. Okay, now let's open our console by right clicking and going to inspect. Now console, just reload. Here you can see Abhinav, and this code is coming from our JavaScript file, right? Here you can type anything, console.log, 5 plus 10. Let's save and go to the browser. Now you can see in the console it is 15. Now let's see what are variables. Okay, so variables are nothing. You can imagine them like containers in which we store values. Okay, so let me give you an example here. Const. Okay, let's write const number one equal to 5. Right here. You can see that we have declared a variable and initialized it. Okay, so what is a variable? This num1 here is a variable. Okay, it is like a container which stores this value 5. Okay, now here you can store any value like 45, okay, 64, doesn't matter. This num1 is like a container. This is the value that is stored in it. Okay, now in JavaScript, there are three ways to declare a variable. One of the way is this const. Okay, const. This is a keyword. Keyword are predefined, means you have to use it like that only. You cannot change the name. You have to write const and then variable name. Here in the variable name, you can write any variable name that you want. It's your choice completely, and then you can mention any value that you like. Okay, then the second way to declare a variable is let. Okay, let's write num2 equal to 7. Okay, and then the last way is var. Okay, num3 is equal to 60. Let's write 34. Okay, now what is the so let's first understand what is the format to write the variable. Okay, first to declare you have to write the keyword. Okay, the keyword can be const, let, or where. Okay, you can use any one of them according to this situation, means what you want to create. Okay, I will explain you it further. Keyword, then variable. Okay, variable name, and then equal to value. Okay, this is the format to declare a variable. Okay, keyword, const, let, or var. Okay, and then after it variable name, and then equal to value. Okay, so these are the three ways: const, let, and var. What is the difference? Let's see one by one. Okay, here in const, as you can see, you have declared and number one, and then you have initialized it to 64. Now if you want, if you do like this, num1 is equal to 56. Okay, and let's console log it, console.log num1, save it, and let's go to our browser. Here you can see we got an error. Okay, and let's see what error is it. From now on, please read the errors. It will help you to solve the bugs. Okay, and it is clearly mentioned here that it is assignment to constant variable. Okay, we have assigned another value to a constant variable. Const num1 was 64, and it is constant. You cannot change the value. This is the property of constant. So if you have reassigned the value, then it is showing assignment to constant variable. You can even see the line in abinor.js at line number 2. At line number 2, here you can see num1. If you remove this, then the error will go. Let's see, here you can see 64. Okay, now if you want to reassign a variable, okay, the reassign variable another value, then you can use let. Okay, let is used when you know that you will give another value in the future. Okay, you would reassign the variable another value. You will reassign another value to the variable. Then you use let. Okay, here let's see. Now you can see 56 is printed on the console. Here you can see it was 64. Now it is 56. Okay, now at last it's where. Okay, now if you see it is also 56. Okay, so what's the difference between where and let? Actually, uh, in functionality, uh, up to now you can see that there is no difference. Okay, but where and let all are almost similar, but they have difference in scope. Now what is scope? This topic is not for now. We will study it afterwards. For now, just remember that where is not used now. Actually, nowadays only let and const is used, and where is not used so much. So you don't have to worry now about where so much. Now, one important thing that I would like to mention here that is different in JavaScript from other languages like C and Java is that here, suppose you have declared this num with let, okay, and then you here you have given 64, okay. Now you can even change it to a string. Okay, when you reassign num1, okay, then you can even change the data type. Like here it was a numerical data value. Okay, now it is a string. Okay, let's see what's the output. Here you can see the output is Abhinav. Previously it was 64. We reassigned it to Abhinav and printed it. Now num1 is showing Abhinav. Okay, this is different from other languages. As in other languages, when you declare a variable, okay, then you have to mention data type. Like I would like to give you an example. If you declare num1 in other language like C, suppose, okay, you have to write int. Okay, int refers to integer type. Num1 is equal to 64, like this. Okay, then if you want to means create a character, okay, then you have to give char. Okay, ch is equal to you have to write a, like this. This is the format that you have to follow in other languages. Firstly, you have to mention data type, okay, like int, char, etc. And then you have to mention the variable name and then the value. And here in other languages, you cannot do like this. Now, if you have declared with int, okay, you cannot do num1 is equal to enough. This is absolutely not allowed in other languages, but in JavaScript, this is allowed because we are not declaring it with any data type. Okay, so a star point here means an important point here that you would like to remember is that in JavaScript, variables don't have any data type. Values have data type. Okay, here this value on the right side has string data type. Here the value on the right side has numerical data type. Okay, this variable here num1 does not have any data type. Okay, JavaScript is a dynamically typed language and it determines the data type in runtime. Okay, what do I mean with that is that here 64 will have numerical data type because it is a value, and in JavaScript values have data type. This variable will not have any data type. Okay, so you can change the value in JavaScript. Like you can here you can also do num1 is equal to true. Okay, now if you see it, it is printing true. Now, num1 has a boolean data type. What is a boolean data type? Boolean means any thing like true, false, etc. Okay. Now, let me share with you something important based on what we just learned. Okay. So now, if here it was, okay, suppose it was const num1. Okay. Now, num1 equal to 64. Okay. So now if we do console.log num1, then we would see on the console 64, right? But if we just declare it, okay, if we declare it here and we initialize it at other place, okay, then you can see here is an error. Let's read it. It's written const declarations must be initialized. Now, initialization means just giving a value to the variable. It is known as initialization. Okay. Now, you cannot initialize a const variable after it is declared. Means you have to initialize it when and where it has been declared. You have to do like previously we had done. You have to do like this. Okay. But with let variable, it is not the case. Okay. Suppose this same variable was declared with let. Okay. Let num1 here, it is the declaration. Here num1 equal to 64. We have initialized it. Will this work? Let's see. Yeah, 64. It works. And there is no error on the console or here. Okay. Now, why did this happen? Okay, this happened because as we learned that using the let keyword, the variables are created, okay, and we can reassign them. So here, even if you create here variable, so you can assign it afterwards because there is an option of reassign. Okay, but if you use const does not have the option to reassign. It is a constant variable. Okay, so if you do like this const, and then here if you initialize it, it is like reinitializing the variable number 1. Okay, so it will not permit you to do that. So due to the property of const that it cannot be reinitialized, or you cannot change the value of that variable, you have to initialize it where you have declared it. Okay, this is a rule. Now let's end our lecture, and we will cover other topics in the coming lectures. Now before I end this, I would like to give you a brief idea about the data types that exist in JavaScript. Okay, data types. Okay, there are mainly, first one is numerical data type. Okay, numerical data type. Okay, so this numerical data type consists of all the whole numbers, all the negative numbers, and even the decimal numbers. Okay, everything is included in numerical data type. The second one is string. String means any word, any sentence, or even a character is a string data type. Okay. The third one is Boolean. What is a Boolean data type? There are two types: true and false. Okay. Now the fourth and fifth types are undefined and null. Now these two we will look in the coming lectures and we will work with them. Okay, they you can think are like false data types. Okay, means undefined means it is not defined. Okay, and then null means empty. Okay, there are other two data types also in JavaScript, that is big int and one other, but they are not so much means this is not in our syllabus. This is beyond our syllabus, so we will study them afterwards. Now these five are enough for our course, and we will move forward learning these five, okay, and working with these five.
And if you liked it, please hit the like button. If you want to provide any constructive criticism, please comment and share with your friends.